the self-doubt will crush you. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Megan. I'm an aspiring screenwriter and I am sharing my journey into the entertainment industry here on YouTube. Today I want to do part 2 in my script dialogue masterclass kind of series I'm doing. Last time I talked about ways that you might realize that your dialogue isn't quite hitting where it needs to. Today, I want to talk about ways that you can work to improve your dialogue. Now, there's no one way to become a better writer or to write better dialogue. It just depends on the person and what's going to kind of resonate with you and work best for you. But I have done a lot of improving my writing because my writing has been really bad and then gotten less and less bad over time. And I still work on improving my writing and even dialogue, which is one of my favorite parts of writing and something I've gotten compliments on consistently. There's still a lot of improving that I can do. So I wanted to share the things that have worked for me and that could work for you too. One thing that can help so much is to read your dialogue out loud. Sometimes when we're typing up a script and the dialogue, it makes sense in our head. But as soon as you read it out loud, you'll start to realize, okay, that doesn't sound natural. That doesn't sound like how people really talk or how people talk on screen. And it really just clarifies where things kind of trip up or where different dialogue doesn't flow together, things like that. Now, what you can also do is actually read that dialogue backwards. It's not going to be the kind of thing where you see how all the dialogue works together, but you'll catch so much more that you wouldn't have otherwise. So grammar, spelling, things that you would just kind of gloss over as you just read it normally. When you read things backwards, you're catching all the technical stuff that your brain kind of just fills in naturally because we're used to it. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, shorts, whatever, and take specific notes on the dialogue. You already know that you enjoy these projects, these films, whatever, and if you can pay specific attention to the dialogue, you might notice what you do or don't like for your own writing, but also what kind of feels natural to you, what feels like it's in your style, and pay attention to exactly what those are, not just, oh, I like that dialogue, but why do you like it? What about it is working? It's also really important to read other scripts. And I think something that people don't do enough of is reading scripts for non-produced projects. So don't just read the scripts to movies and TV shows that have come out, but read scripts from amateur writers and emerging writers and just people you know. Read scripts that aren't these perfect, they've passed through all of the layers and levels that it takes to become a produced project and to come out. Read the scripts that have things that need some work or do things a little differently. I've read nearly 200 scripts in my role as a script reader. I have learned so much from doing that, and my writing started to improve exponentially once I started doing jobs like that. One thing that happens is that you'll see mistakes in writing and it'll become a lot clearer why certain things don't work and why they shouldn't be used in certain ways. It's a lot easier to see those things and to really start to understand writing rules in a different way. On the other side of that, you can see things that other writers do that work really well and can start to help you see things that you can do better in your own writing. You know, people say we're all mirrors, we see things in other people that we do ourselves. The same is true for when you're reading scripts. You'll see things that you didn't even realize you were doing poorly in your own scripts, but as you see other people either do them poorly similarly to you or who do it better than you, it'll become so obvious in your own writing and you'll actually be able to address it. And if you're reading these scripts in an analytical perspective and you start to really think about why certain things work and don't and how that all comes together, you'll be much better equipped to address those mistakes in your own writing. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I will say it again and again and again. Do a table read. It is so much fun. You get together with a group of friends or writer friends or people that you trust and you just read your script and you can order dinner or get snacks and just hang out and have fun. And it's really like, it's such a special experience. I've done it a few times with friends now. I remember the first one we did, we all like signed my script. It was so fun. And it really helps you see how your writing comes across. When you have other people reading your writing out loud, it really helps you see how things land when people are reading it without your perspective on how it's supposed to be read. Table reads allow you to see how different people take in that writing and put it back out. It's so helpful. I'm always taking notes while I'm doing table reads with people. And then at the end, I like to listen to any thoughts that they've had. And let me tell you, people think of so many things that I never even would have thought of. They'll bring up things you are already concerned about, and it can help confirm where things need to be adjusted. Even if you don't come up with all the answers right then, it gives you a direction to continue from. And on that note, it can be so great to have a writer's group. Even if you don't have some big established group or you're joining another group, even just having a couple writer friends who you can talk to about this, who understand what you're trying to accomplish and who can just support you in that journey is so great. Now, this is something that I started to do in my high school creative writing classes. So we just have like these little assignments and things like that. And this is journaling, but specifically more stream of consciousness journaling. So just writing down what you're thinking, not thinking too much about what you're going to write, but just writing. And one thing that this helps so much with is really getting in touch with your voice as a writer. I think it can be really hard to develop that, and it's so necessary to develop. And when you just write without thinking too much about it, it can help you see what feels the most natural to you as a writer and where your writing tends to go when you're not thinking about it, which can be so helpful. It helps kind of establish how you speak and think and write. And then on top of that, it helps you come up with new ideas. You know, we always come up with the best ideas in the shower because we're not thinking too hard about it. Same idea with stream of consciousness journaling is you're not thinking too hard, so it opens you up to be perceptive to new ideas and to let new ideas come in without so much pressure on them. This is something that I have been practicing a lot recently. I've definitely noticed that I've been a bit down on myself with my writing. I'm in a place where I notice that there's a lot of new growth that I want to have, and as a result, I then get down on my writing and it's just been spiraling, and then I'm getting stuck where I have this writer's block and none of my ideas feel like they're working. And even when I get excited about an idea, when I actually go to write it, I'm not happy with it. And so I decided I needed a little more positive self-talk in my life. So I just started thinking more positively about my writing and the growth that I have to kind of get through. And when I tell you, it has worked so well. Immediately, I was more excited about my writing. I came up with a new idea the other day that I haven't been able to stop thinking about. Like, it flipped a switch for me. You don't have to all of a sudden think like, oh, okay, now I'm going to say that I'm the best writer in the world and only think that I'm the best, because let's be realistic, you're not always going to feel that way about yourself, and that's not really going to have the effect you need. But if you can even just think about, okay, maybe I'm not happy with how this looks right now, but I know that I'm capable of having the growth that I need. I know that I'm excited about this growth. I know that I can take this one step at a time and figure it out. That's enough. Just thinking more positively about what you're doing, the self-doubt will crush you. So let's be a little kinder to ourselves and give ourselves the space to grow. We don't have to be perfect, but if you're so conscious of not being perfect, you won't have the ability to grow because you'll be so stuck there. Okay, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about today. Let me know if there's anything else about dialogue you want to talk about. I'm happy to talk about dialogue all the time. Love dialogue. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so I know that I'm making the kind of content you guys want to see. If there are any other videos you want to see on my channel, please let me know in the comment section, and let me know what you thought of this video in the comment section, because I want to make sure that I'm, providing content that's helpful. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that now and press the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. I post every single week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.